Okay, sixth graders. Yesterday in 11.8, lesson 11.8, we talked about modeling and solving multiplication equations. In other words, modeling to show what 1x would be worth. Okay? Today, we're going to talk about using that same process to solve an equation, but without the model, we're just going to use the division sign. Okay? So, we're only going to talk about solving multiplication equations today. This is a multiplication equation. 3n's equals 9. So 3 times n equals 9. Or 3 times a number equals 9. Now, you all know that 3 times 3 equals 9. That's not the point of this. The point is to learn how to prove it. To learn how to prove your solution using the rules of algebra, the rules of math. Okay? You can prove it by using division and dividing both sides by the same number. Remember when we were solving adding and subtracting equations, when you add the same thing to both sides, the equation stays balanced, doesn't it? When you subtract the same thing from both sides, the equation stays balanced. When you divide a number by both sides, the equation stays balanced. Now, our goal, whenever we're solving, the goal is to get right. My pen is out of ink. To get the variable. What? How would you finish that? Lily? By itself. Yep. By itself. In other words, we don't have 1n here. We have 3. We have to get 1. That's when we were making those groups. We'd circle the n's yesterday in modeling to make one group. Today we're going to do that same thing by just dividing by 3. By dividing by the same number. Or dividing by, we call this number what? The coefficient. What does the coefficient tell us? It tells us how many n's there are. Exactly. If there's 3 n's and we divide it by 3, now we have 1. 1n, where you can just write n. And do the division on this side. This means 9 divided by 3. This is a fraction, but a fraction also means division. 9 divided by 3 is 3. We just proved that using division. Okay? So, simply by dividing both sides by the same number, you prove the answer. How would we check it? Sam?
3 times 3.
3 times. Good. 3 times 3. Since this means 3 times n, we would replace our solution with n, or not with n, we'd replace n with our solution. I said that backwards. And that proves it. Okay? Let's go to your sheet that I gave you. Here's another example. 3x equals 42. How do we prove our solution? Done? And we can't just divide one side by 3. We have to divide both sides by 3. Because we have to cross out these 3's. 3 divided by 3 is what? Asa?
1.
1. So that leaves 1x. That's how we prove the solution. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So you cross it out the 3's, and it leaves 1x. What's 42 divided by 3? 14. X equals 14. Okay? Now, don't work ahead on your sheet because we're not going to do all of these. I'm not going to assign all these. Skip to number 3. This one is 12.8 equals 3.2 times b. Now, what's different about this one? Great. It has decimals. What else? Emily?
It's flipped.
It's flipped. What do you mean?
The variable's on the other side.
The variable's on the right side, isn't it? Which side should we start on?
Start with the variable.
Always start on the side with the variable. What should we divide by?
The other side.
Divide by
3.2.
3.2. Because 3.2 is the what? Yeah, for you. The coefficient. Always divide by the coefficient and cross it out. That leaves 1d. Divide the other side by 3.2. How do you do that? Yep, 12.8 divided by 3.2 and solve it, okay? Move the decimal place over. 32 goes into 12, no. 128, yes.
3 times? No, 4 times. 4 times.
Well, use estimation. If this was 30 and this was 130, how many times would it go in?
4.
4. So check 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. What's our answer? D equals 4. Yep. Any questions on solving multiplication equations? Always start on the side with the variable. What should we cross out?
The division one.
Yeah. Yeah, the coefficients divided by each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you don't need
Right.
it anymore.
Bye.